What's up, YouTube? Right, got some nice multi-battle action from latest live stream on Saturday, which will be happening again, as I mentioned in most of my videos this week. So stay tuned for that one. We'll have an update and we'll be putting the video up at the same time as usual. Anyway, this was a cool multi-battle we had against NeoSwordsmanZ and LittleMissZorua from YouTube. These two are actually pretty much veterans of our live stream events, being at some of the most earliest ones we've ever actually held, way back in the black and white days, so well, black and white 2 days. So pretty cool actually to see them still coming to our our X and Y ones. And let's get this battle started. Actually, before I do that, let's have a look at their teams. So Neo's got a Bishop, Arcanine, and Gardevoir. Got to watch out for that Bishop. It's got some nice sword dance and priority, as well as Arcanine, and Gardevoir's always definitely a worry. So we go to LittleMissZorua. She's got Typhlosion, Warren, awesome poke. I like Warren, and Gliscor. Gliscor is always a big problem with Poison Heal. It's very defensive as well, so have to be on the lookout for that one as well. So I'm bringing Mr. Mime, Licky, Kabutops. Cat's got a Buffalo, Lilligant, and Sableye. So interesting, a lot of pokes here, and it was a fun battle. Whew. Okay, sorry, I'm just having a drink. Whew. Okay, so it's about 7 o'clock here, but it's still really hot. Okay, so Gardevoir and Gliscor lead. Cass leading with Buffalo. I'm leading with Mr. Mime. Now, Mr. Mime's not too bad, not actually too shabby in these battles, because he's got Dazzling Gleam, which actually hits both players on the other side of the field. So I thought I'd try him out and see how he went. So out goes Gardevoir straight away there. I'm going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. Like I said, does nice damage to both. Gliscor goes for a Steel Wing. I was like, I'm impressed. I've not seen that move on Gliscor before. Does super effective damage there. But Neo actually predicts the Poison Jab, I'm pretty sure, coming from Bufflant. So Cass sort of locked into that choice band, so Poison Jab is not going to do anything whatsoever to them, so she's sort of forced to go out into Sableye. Neo's going to finish off my Mr. Mime with Sucker Punch, and Mr. Mime has really terrible defenses. There's no way I was going to live that one. I was lucky to live the Steel Wing. I think my filter actually came in help there. So Steel Wing is going to hit Sableye, not for a lot of damage though, so it's pretty alright there for Sableye. He can sort of just tank that all day. Of course, Gliscor's got the Poison Heal, so it's just going to continually getting its health back. So into my Kabutops here. Now I was sort of really wanting them to target Kath rather than me, because I wanted to try and set a Sword Dance up here and start doing some sweeping. So into Arcanine. Now, I think Neo actually predicted Kath going for the Will-O-Wisp and trying to get the Flash Fire here. They double switch into Shiny Warren as well. Nice. I like Shiny Warren. And good prediction there by Neo getting the Flash Fire there. I set up the Sword Dance, which it was good. It was good for both sides. A Flash Fire and I got a Sword Dance. So I was pretty well set up here and confident that I could take the Arcanine out. I was carrying priority as well. I like carrying priority on Kabutops. So Aqua Jet is going to take Arcanine out. So in the end, it didn't actually matter a lot that he got the Flash Fire, which was somewhat good. So Cat's going to burn the Warren, because this thing's like bulky as most definitely. So Warren's going to use Ice Beam against Sableye. It does a nice chunk of damage to Sableye there, definitely. Most definitely. So that was one to watch out for. I was actually planning on taking out that next with Kabutops. So into Gardevoir here. Now it's going to trace. Oh, it's going to trace my battle armor, so it can't get critted. Damn it! I'm just going to go straight here for the Aqua Jet, doing as much damage as I could possibly do. Cat's going to go for recover, get a health back. So it wasn't too. It wasn't actually a bad result so far. Now Gardevoir's going to go for a Moonblast against me. Does hit me really hard. I had a Focus Sash anyway, so I wasn't actually too worried about that. Now Warren's going to use Rest and get his health back. So I was wondering, since LittleMissZorua went for a Rest only on that tiny amount of health, tells me one thing, that it has to be a Rest Sleep Talk Warren. Anyway, I go for the Aqua Jet there, and that's going to finish the Bishop off, which is good. So I think yes, so that was, as I said, about war, and the only reason I have that was to do that was we sleep talk. So Surf is going to hit both of us, and that's going to take my Kabutops out, but Kabutops did really well there, taking a few pokes with him. Cat's going to go for the Dark Pulse there, trying to get a little bit of damage, but that's going to do nothing because, yeah, I'm just going to call it Walrus. It's easier. Walrus is bulky as. Now, so I think that was. I think I had my last poke left there. Yeah, my last poke was Licky, and Neo's last poke was his Gardevoir. Right, and I think I'm going to trace. Oh, it's going to trace my own tempo, so we can't get confused. Fair enough. Okay, Cat's sort of forced to swap out a Sableye because of Moonblast and into Lilligant. Okay, so Gardevoir's going to set up Misty Terrain. Now, this was an interesting move. I haven't actually seen it too often or at all in actual Wi-Fi battle. It stops a lot of status and halves Dragon moves by about 50%, I think. Now, that looks really cool. It's like this pink aura. So Walrus is going to hit me with Ice Beam. I'm a dedicated special defensive tank, so I'm going to eat that up really easy and finish the Gardevoir off with Body Slam, which was good. So I think all that was to do here was to take out the Walrus, and I think Gliscor may still be alive. Yes, Gliscor is still alive. Okay. Cat's going to go for a T to Dance. This was really awesome because we both had own tempo, and it didn't affect me and it didn't affect her. So the only person who got confused was Walrus. It was awesome. You don't actually see that one too often. Okay, so Walrus is going to wake up and use Ice Beam. We're like, shit, we shouldn't have messed around there. And Cat just lives by 6 health. So wow, I'm just going to knock off Walrus to get rid of his leftovers. So that can stop its survivability a little bit. Even though it's still got Rest and Sleep Talk left. Cat's going to go for Sleep Powder. Walrus avoids it. And we were both like, shit, hit yourself. Fortunately, Walrus hits herself. And I'm going to go for Body Slam. Hopefully try and get a Para Hacks here. And a little bit of damage, which is good. So Walrus is now in range for Cat to finish off with her Grass move. Petal Dance. It probably would have done loads anyway, but that was good. We got to take that down. That was Walrus was strong. It's definitely a poke I want to try out as well. Okay, I think the last poke here was Gliscor. So there wasn't too much that I could. I think it was Gliscor. It was. No, it was. My bad. It was Cindy. Okay, so Cat's going to use Petal Dance, get some damage off on Cindy, and it does reasonable damage. Cindy's going to go for Eruption here. That's going to take Kath out most certainly. Eruption is based on how much health you have as well, so it's not going to do nothing to me because as I mentioned, I'm dedicated in special defense. I'm going to go for Body Slam here and hit that Typhlosion really hard, and one more will take that out. Now I wasn't too sure what else Typhlosion had, and the mist actually disappears from the battlefield as well. Okay, so yeah, Kath had her Afro Powers left. Now Lava Plume. Now this wasn't too bad because this has a high chance of burning as well, and that was a very good attack for both of us. But Cat's going to finish Typhlosion off with Return. I'm going to Body Slam my Thin Air, so that's all right, and get a little bit of Lefty's recovery there. Kath runs Return over Head Charge due to just the recoil, really. Okay, so the Gliscor's left. It's going to go for Earthquake, which is fair enough because it hits both of us. Does a nice chunk of damage to Afro Powers with the crit there, and Cat's going to go for the Return. That does, that thing hits like a truck, and that's going to be Gliscor down. I think that's game. Yeah, okay, that's game. So good game, Neo and LittleMissZorua. It was fun and good times. I think that's all I'm going to put up for tonight. I've got a couple more of these multis and stuff for tomorrow. Maybe a few single battles and stuff. As I mentioned, I am working on a new team. This team is taking a rather long time because I've got to do a lot of dream worlds and annoying little things that are tedious, but it should be worth it. And I should definitely have a new team by the stream, and maybe a couple of other pokes and stuff as well. But you'll definitely find out more about that on Friday. Friday night when I put an update up. Anyway, thank you for watching my videos. I highly appreciate it. And if you could leave a like and a comment on the video if you enjoyed it or found anything interesting, that would be great too. Peace out, everyone.